at the line. There's a shot from Willett. Reyna scores!
Hurst all over the T-Birds like a bad rash. They hand Sioux their first loss of the season, taking them down 7-4. Iroquois Falls and Timmins, the Storm had a great start to the season, going 3-1, but they got rocked in Timmins. Sorry, the pun was there, had to use it. Travis Pone makes it 2-0 Timmins in the first. Skip ahead to the third. The Rock led 5-1 when Ethan Albert goes for a skate, and he absolutely shreds the Storm defense. A sublime solo effort. 6-1 at that point, and Iroquois Falls was getting roughed up in every way. Sam Gallagher lays out Aiden Agnello with the monster open ice hit. 9-1 Timmins the final score. French River was coming off its first win of the season over Powassan. They hosted Sudbury and continued their strong play. They led the Cubs 2-1 in the third period off this Ralph Koulis goal, but you can only keep Sudbury down for so long. Such a potent offense. Sam Asinaway notched things up at 2 apiece here, which meant that this one needed overtime. And of course, it was Lucas Signoretti coming through in the clutch once again as he rips it home to give the Cubs the victory. But it's got to be said, French River has come a long, long way from their 9-1 opening game loss. Okay, your primetime player from last night, we're giving it to Donheaven Vailloux from Hearst. He was a monster against the Sioux Thunderbirds. 3 points, 2 goals, 1 assist against the T-Birds to hand them their first loss of the season. And your play of the day, brought to you, of course, by our friends at BrokerLink Auto, Home, and Business Insurance. BrokerLink, life can be confusing. Your insurance shouldn't be. And it could be nobody other than Ethan Albert of Timmins, who channeled the great Bobby Orr with this rush.
Albert's going to have to just peel back there. He's got Mayo right on his tail. Albert looking to streak back in here. Ethan Albert with a strong move. Albert score! Beautiful goal by Ethan Albert. What an individual effort there. Strong, determined effort by defenseman Ethan Albert, and he's going to pick up his first goal of the season.
Yeah, and just a reminder that to stay up to date on everything that's going on in the league all throughout the season, be sure to check out the NOJHL's official social media outlets. Thanks so much for watching. It's off to the rink for puck drop now. Enjoy the game.
Average Joe's Eatery and Patio Bar is North Bay's only year-round lakefront restaurant. On the shores of beautiful Trout Lake, we have been serving delicious food and stunning views since 1999. Indulge in one of our delicious menu items, or simply sit with a cocktail in hand and watch the beauty of Trout Lake before your eyes. Check us out online at averagejoes.net or visit us in person at 3501 Trout Lake Road, North Bay.
The Goalie Resiliency Podcast, hosted by Chris Dawson and Dr. Rob Graham. With player interviews new and old, goalie insights, and everything you need to know about being a netminder, this is the podcast to check out. You can subscribe at youtube.com/goalie-resiliency or instagram.com/goalie_resiliency.
And welcome inside the Jerry McCrory Countryside Arena in Sudbury, Ontario, as we bring you the Powassan Voodoos and the Blind River Beavers from day one of the NOJHL Showcase. I'm Courtney Kenny, pleased to be joined by Ben Long for this presentation of Frontline Game Day broadcast of Powassan Voodoos hockey here for you on YouTube and, of course, Flow Hockey. Just a little bit of a tale of two teams so far throughout the start of the season. Through 6 games, the Blind River Beavers are 4-1. And they have to have some other overtime issue in there as it's not marked on here. But 9 points through 6 games, whereas Powassan currently sits dead last in the NOJHL standings at 1-4. All good for 2 points on the year. So the Voodoos looking to get off the schneid, and Blind River trying to keep the good times rolling here, Ben.
It certainly is early in the season, and there's lots of potential for a bounce back, and I don't think this is indicative of the season we're going to see out of Powassan that we've seen so far, but it certainly hasn't been a great start, to say the least.
Has not indeed, and we'll just getting ready for opening puck drop here now at this rink, and we'll talk to you here in a moment about your starting lineups.
Tonight's starting lineups are brought to you by the Clubhouse by Gateway Golf. Located on Oak Street East in North Bay, Ontario, with over 200 plus real-time courses, simulator arcade games, and delicious seats, the Clubhouse is North Bay's newest social hangout.
And our starting lineups today look something like Caden Cowell, Justin Russo, Nathan Pelche for the Voodoos, along with Jackson Smith and Mason Rotundo. In net is Miles Gordon, who through one game, he has a .623 goals against average and .806 save percentage. Not great numbers, but he's looking to improve. For Blind River on the other side, we got Jack Kruderink, Aaron Dukeshire, Owen King, AJ Sade, and Nicholas McIsaac. In net, Bronx Bodner, who has through two games, he's 1-1, and he has a .201 goals against average and .929 save percentage. We're underway, though, at the Sportsplex, or I should say the Jerry McCrory Arena, not the Sportsplex. That's what I'm used to saying.
Different rink here, Courtney.
A little strange for sure as Blind River over the line. Good chance there as they tried to get a shot from the blue paint on towards the net, and instead is turned away by Gordon. Now another chance with the Beavers in those white jerseys on the road here. They're going right to left to start this game. The Voodoos in their home greens are going left to right. Now the point back to Sade at the point. Good block there by Nathan Pelche, who the Voodoos missed in Saturday's loss against the French River Rapids. Bednar with a quick glove on it, puts it down. Now we have a Voodoo player down on the ice. That's Gunner down on the ice, and he's in a world of pain. Not something that you want to see here. Only 52 seconds into the game as he is withering in pain all over the ice. Trevor Wing, the trainer, coming out, and this is eerily reminiscent of what happened with the French River Powassan game, although it was a French River player that had been hurt early in that one. So hopefully nothing too crazy here for Lucas Gunner.
And I didn't see what happened. I just saw him
I missed
fall,
it too.
But he is certainly grabbing his knee thigh area. Hopefully it's just took a knee to the thigh in an awkward contact and is a Charlie horse, because if it's those knee-on-knee hits, that can be real damaging and cause long-lasting pain.
You're seeing it right now with your Habs.
Yeah.
Patrick Laine.
Oh, man, that's
heartbreaking.
That was a rough one, and we saw Marty St. Louis talk about that, how, having guys wanting to be there is a big part of what they're doing right now, and to have them so early on in to his tenure. But
Gunner getting into the ice.
Gunner's back up, and he's going to the bench, not to the dressing room. So that's
good.
A positive. Oh, looks like he's U-turning.
Nope.
And he is going to the dressing room, it looks like.
I do have to say, you know me, I don't really have much love for the Montreal Canadiens, but I have a lot of love for Patrick Laine being a former Blue Jacket. So very sad to see that happen, especially with everything he's been through in the last year. And hopefully Lucas Gunner can get back to the ice sooner rather than later in this one.
Yeah, hopefully it's not hopefully it's one of those hurts a lot for a little bit, not a lot for a long time.
Yeah. Sam Rive, battalion prospect, throws the puck down the ice, and it just bounces over Bednar's stick. Taylor Mason on the back end there with the puck. A little bit of a change in the jerseys as well. Lucas DeCallaway is wearing number 6 today for the Voodoos, usually wearing number 2. And right there, a new Voodoo player that just got hit, Jack Nolan. The Voodoos hoping that he injects some offense into this lineup. McKillop from the point throws it wide of the net. Back to Rive. Rive in for Nolan. Nolan now behind the net. Turns things around. He takes a hard hit as Gann on the near side wall. Now it's thrown cross ice. Nobody was there. Now Rive picks it up. Rive cross ice. Can't pick up his teammate as Blind River back on the attack the other way. Blind River into Voodoo's territory. Takes a shot. And that one's blocked out front by Powassan. Now the pass goes cross ice. McKillop picked that one off. And he's just going to turn around and go behind Gordon's net. Gordon up for Deniz, or rather McKillop up for Deniz. Sends it back in, but now it's sent the other way by Blind River. Back in. The Beavers on the attack on the near side wall. Leaves it. McKindu with it. McKindu tried to come out with it, but he couldn't quite get a handle on it. Now it's kept in by Lafon. Now back for McKillop. McKillop sends it up for Dawson. Dawson Sends the puck down the ice. Will it have the legs for icing? It will not. So Blind River will touch up in their own zone. Blind River knocks it in. To Callaway chasing it down as he puts the puck down to the blue line. Now Dubroy with a burst of speed gets the puck in the middle of the ice. Now walking in with a shot. Bednar with the save and the rebound. Cal had a chance there, but he couldn't quite get the rebound as it came out a little bit too hot to handle. Voodoos with a good chance there. Cal has his stick knocked out of his hands. He couldn't quite chase down the puck because of it. Now the puck back into Voodoos territory for McKindu. McKindu threw it towards the net, and Gordon had to be sharp on that one on the sharp angle shot. Now going the other way is Cal. Cal. His Elliott Lake Vikings, former team, just playing on the ice here moments ago. Bit of a wild game here on this side. Of course, games happening all around at the NOJHL Showcase. McCoy picks up the puck and we'll get a stoppage here.
As you mentioned, this is the first game for me and you broadcasting today. Well, you stepped in a little on the other ice surface with our good friend Thomas Mercier, but it's nice to have a little bit of a lighter schedule for the front line this year, and it's
Gunner back out on the ice too.
Gunner's back out. Yeah, he just came back out, so that's good to see him back out here. Speaking of Jack Nolan, the new player from Pittsburgh area, as we all know, Peter Goulet has a connection there, and Poisson's had some success with Pittsburgh area players in the last few years as well.
Played for the OJHL in Niagara, but also spent some time with the Hearst Lumberjacks last year, putting up 18 points in 19 games. So he's no stranger to the NOJHL, and he can put up points, which is something that the Voodoos have sorely needed so far through the first few games. Now the puck down into Beavers territory. Schunborn tries to get after it. And now it's for Ellard. Ellard puts it behind the net. It can't quite find his man, and Rotundo pinches up and gets it on the near side half wall. Rotundo now into the corner. Plays it down. Now still battling on the near side half wall. Blind River with some new looking jerseys this year. Blind River always knocks it out of the park with their jerseys.
These are really clean. I would have to say Detroit style, but not completely ripping off Detroit style.
We were just talking about how we're not really big fans of white jerseys, but I like these ones.
These are sharp. I'll admit that.
Literally last game, you and I were standing in the stands talking about that. Justin Russo, alternate captain here for the Voodoos, tries to chip the puck out, but Anthony Boyes keeps it in on him. Now they get the puck out, but they couldn't quite get it cross ice. Almost 5 minutes gone here in this first period. Nothing on the score for both teams as Lux just sends it in. Rotundo will have to chase after it. For a guy like Mason Rotundo, Caleb Dawson, Caden Dubroy, Justin Russo, the last time that they were on this ice, they had to watch the Sudbury Cubs lift a NOJHL championship. Now it's Pelche in. Pelche walks to the front of the net. Bednar on the had the shot put on the backhand, made the save. McKillop towards the net, was looking for the tip from Russo, and now the Beavers send the puck back down the ice again. McKillop back up for Pelche. Pelche to Russo. Russo leaves it for Cowell. Caden Cowell, the leading scorer for the Voodoos here for the early going. To McKillop with the shot. That one just whistles wide of Bednar's crease. Now Rive puts it back in to Russo behind the net. Justin Russo, who's quietly put up an impressive start to this season as well, gets over to Pelche. Pelche taken down. Now a good chance there by DeCallaway, and the puck is blocked. Now a chance on the near side by Cowell is whistled wide of the net. Rive from the point sends it back in. The Voodoos all over the Beavers here as they keep just throwing puck after puck towards the net, but not many actually connecting with Bednar. Now the Beavers get out of their zone. As they walk in, that will be a delayed offside with almost 6 minutes gone here in this opening frame. 14:01 to be precise left in this opening period, Ben.
As you just mentioned, if they counted shots towards the goal as a stat, Poisson would be way ahead, as that last shift they really just were hammering it towards the net, but none of them managed to land on the goal itself.
Voodoos definitely making Bednar move around, but again, not getting much as Gunner's back out there on the ice now. Good to see him back out as he picks up the puck. Lucas Gunner, who scored a big goal in that game against French River, the opening goal of the game, in fact, got the puck out for Nolan. Now it's to Coleman. Battling for possession. Now Misa gets it back to his man McCoy. McCoy has the team lead in goals with Caden Dubroy at 3 right now. And the puck sent back, rimmed it around, and Dawson Coleman picks it up at the blue line. Sends it right back in deep. A little bit of a different look for the Voodoos here today from their usual home ice at the Powassan Sportsplex. This is an Olympic-sized ice pad. A little bit more room east to west.
Little more room vertically in this building as well.
Yeah, feels like we're really far away from the action here.
Yeah, this is quite a different experience for us as commentators that we're used to in the Sportsplex.
It's been a while, like really since probably the Memorial Gardens feeling this far away, calling a game. Although when I did the Trappers game on the weekend, you're almost on top of it at Memorial Gardens, so it doesn't really make a difference.
Yeah.
But here it feels like you're really far away. And I'm almost blind, so it really makes seeing the far side of the ice real fun. As now coming in, walks in, takes the shot. Gordon with a big save. And Dawson picks up the puck in his own zone, gets it to Captain Jackson Smith. Now near side to Rotundo. Rotundo sends the puck down the ice. You can catch Jackson Smith and Mason Rotundo on the most recent episode of the Frontline podcast, where the pair talk all about losing to Sudbury in the finals, actually, and much more. Puck now in tight for Blind River. Big save there by Gordon, who's made a couple of big ones so far. Now another tight chance as Gordon, scrambling a little bit, makes a big save. Near side again, Miles Gordon is behind him and in the net. Blind River up 1-0 as Gordon got almost all of it, but not enough as the Beavers are up 1-0 on the strength of Clark Furman, his second of the season.
And that was a hockey player's goal right there. It wasn't fast or fancy, but it was you go to the hard spots, you make some plays, and you get the puck in the back of the net where you want it to be. When we talked at the start, Miles Gordon has not great stats, but it's such a small sample size that you can't really put too much into those numbers, but I thought he had that one, and it turned out he did not.
It's actually, part of my correction, Noah Skurek with his first on the campaign. So he was able to get one past Gordon. I believe the plan that I've heard today is that Gordon starts the game and Wilcox comes in halfway through as well. When we're talking about goaltenders, the Voodoos have a three-headed monster right now with Wilcox, Gordon, and Austin Seibel. Seibel looked good in that loss to French River too. Now Lux in deep. He couldn't quite get a handle on it as he picks it up deep, and he takes a hit from Rive. Now on the far side, Beavers go. Try to get a shot through. That was Mason or Taylor. And now the puck goes to the far side and is tried to be knocked out by Schunborn. And Schunborn does get it out, but not terribly far as we get to the neutralized zone. And that's it. Now Taylor to McQueen. McQueen with a shot. Gordon down, didn't see where the rebound was, but it was to the side of his net. And now the puck's sent out of the zone here by the Voodoos. Allard walking in. Takes a sharp angle shot. Bednar tried to get a glove on it. Didn't really quite reach out in time. And now the puck nearly found a man. That was Kruderink that was looking to be sprung on a breakaway there, and he would have been. As now the Voodoos go down with a 2-on-1. Russo with Pelche. Russo taking off the puck though. And good defensive play by the Beavers. Pelche falls to the ice trying to get to his man. And now on the other end, the Voodoos tie up their man trying to get into the zone. Cowell's pass out of the zone. Couldn't find anybody. Now it's down the ice looking for their man, Russo. Couldn't quite get a handle on it. Now to Callaway with a nifty little pass. Gets it up for Caden Cowell. Caden Cowell walks towards the net. Couldn't quite get a shot on net. And then he threw the puck out front looking for somebody, but he didn't realize he was the only Voodoo player in that area. And speaking of former teams, we talked about Owen Cowell's former Elliott Lake Vikings here. Well, Caden Cowell got to watch his former mates, the Espanola Paper Kings, take on the Vikings earlier. But that will take us to our mid-period timeout on the Frontline Game Day broadcast. We'll be back with more Powassan Voodoos hockey on the other side of this.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Average Joe's Eatery. Average Joe's, where we want your experience here to be a happy one. 3501 Trout Lake Road.
And we welcome you back inside the Jerry McCrory Countryside Arena, not Powassan Sportsplex. As I said earlier, Old habits die hard, Ben.
Yeah, off the start of the game, I wanted to say, same broadcast, different location, but I didn't get to say it, so we made sure that information got out there.
As James Franco said on the interview, same, but different.
Same, but same different.
Oh, we're only 2 games into 6.
Maybe there's a reason.
Did we get enough sleep last night? Who knows? Welcome to Sudbury, the Frontline on the road trip. Always a good time coming to Sudbury, though.
It is. I mean, this is a big event. There's always little hiccups that are bound to happen, but it all goes relatively smoothly at the end of the day, and it's a great event for everyone to come to and for these players to play in.
I was just going to say, to have all the scouts in one area and able to come and check out all the great talent that we have in the NOJHL, one of the best junior leagues, I think, around. Now Nolan tries to walk into the zone, rolls it towards Bednar, and he's just going to cover up. So we'll get another stoppage here. Shots on goal favor Blind River 8-2, but again, if we're going to talk about attempts, I think the Voodoos far outweigh the Beavers.
It's true. The control of the puck has really been that direction, but we'll see if they can make some more land to match that.
Another chance. Off the draw, the Voodoos tried, but they fanned on the one-time attempt. Now Rive has it. Gets it to Cal. Owen Cal walking in. Couldn't quite get a shot away. Now the puck down the ice for Rive to pick up. Rive, under the watchful eyes of Battalion, I almost said general manager because he used to be, has now another chance coming in. Dawson tried to get a shot away. Battalion president of hockey operations and director of hockey operations and president. I don't know. He needs to stop changing titles. There's too many of them. Adam Dennis is here checking out, of course, some Battalion prospects today.
While we were talking about there being scouts here, I was going to say, and there's also some OHL general managers here as well, but there is not.
No, Rob Papineau.
Oh, is he here as well?
As I nearly take out the league's commissioner, Robert Masuka, with a hand there. And this is the last showcase we're ever doing. The Callaway with a shot, and that one's tipped just wide of the net. But Rob Papineau, the general manager of the Sudbury Wolves, is here as well.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, it's great for the northern teams of the OHL to have this event right in their backyard.
Yeah, if you're Sudbury, why not, right?
Well, even North
you
Bay,
have so far to go.
It's an hour and a half pop over, and you get to see all these prospects.
Yeah. Speaking of North Bay, as Blind River on the attack again, Gordon makes the save. Speaking of North Bay, Kevin Oshevsky from CFCH, I can't remember the exact call sign, my apologies, is currently, I think he's probably back by now. We're getting close. Because I saw about 2 hours ago he was in Marsh. They weren't, but he's walking from Health Sciences North back to North Bay to raise money for breast cancer awareness.
Yeah, that's a noble cause as well.
His wife, of course, battling the disease, so wants to bring some awareness to it. And now Pelche with the puck. Speaking of things happening in the Sudbury to North Bay corridor today. Taylor gets the puck in. Not very deep, though, as the puck's right out as Russo picks it up. Now Russo dumps it down for Pelche to chase after, but that'll go for icing. And we'll get another stoppage here.
Yeah, Justin Russo's had a few good pickoffs today, which is really his MO. Is that he's just a guy that gets gritty in there, tries to make plays happen, and that could have been a great play, but the pass was just a little too far extended, and the connection was not to be made.
8:17 left in this first period. 1-0 Beavers lead. King with the puck. Gets it back to the blue line. And another chance. Gordon with a couple of saves and a couple of whacks at it. He's been sharp here through the first almost 12 minutes of play. And you know what's something about this arena? We saw Miles Gordon in net against the Sioux Thunderbirds on this rink pad last year during the showcase, and he allowed a last-second goal that really obviously ended the game for the Sioux Thunderbirds. And he told me the tough part about this rink is once the puck gets up, and it blends in with the seats, if it's coming from this angle, you lose it entirely.
Interesting.
Because it's so dark.
I could see that being a concern.
So, there you go. Milkmaster at it. Letting us know some inside details as Nolan goes down the ice. Takes the shot, kicks it aside. Was Bednar. Nolan still battling for it, but Blind River comes away with it. Now going the other way. That was Kruderink. Got the puck cross ice. And McKillop plays it to Nolan. Nolan dumps it out. And Blind River picks it back up on the Sudbury Cubs logo in the neutral zone. Another chance. Fanned on the shot. King, good chance out front. And the puck just rolled harmlessly through the blue paint of Gordon. Now Gunner on the near side gets it to McCoy. King picks it back up though. And King still battling for it. King skates around. Another chance. Misa picks it up. However, he lost it. Now Kruderink with the chance. And that one's put towards the net again. Big save by Gordon. And now the puck is in a mass of bodies just in front of the goaltender. And nobody seems to know where it is. The referee can see it, though, as he's not blowing it down. He was right there. McKillop with it. Down the ice. That's going to hop all the way down and just miss Bednar's net. So that'll go for icing against the Voodoos. And an offensive zone draw for Blind River.
And that was a really good instance of forechecking by Blind River. They had a really good cycle going for a short period of time. It's a good puck movement. They really did a good job of getting to the net as well. And a good reffing job there to be right over top to make sure that the puck wasn't covered and didn't blow the whistle prematurely.
McCoy, near side now to Gunner. Gunner takes a hit, makes the play, gets it down to Schunborn. Now Misa trying to battle for it and get a piece of it, but it comes out and Gibson tried to knock it back in before the Beavers did. That was McQueen who got it in deep. Luck's out there now. Just a little heat-seeking missile. Trying to hit everything in sight that's wearing a green jersey. Lux picks it up deep. Tried to chip it out front. Instead it comes to Gibson. Now Lux picks it up again. In the near side corner. Chips it out front. Couldn't quite get it. Cal. Good little disruptive play there, but puck still rolls back towards Gordon, and Gordon's just going to cover things up. 6:04 left here in the first period. 1-0 Beavers lead.
And as you mentioned, Lux out there, certainly it's a big body. And he was not afraid to throw it around that shift to make his presence known. When you're that kind of guy on a team, that's your job, and you need your guys to play their roles.
Face-off coming to the near side of the broadcast. Miles Gordon ready for it. Caden Dubroy in for the draw for the Voodoos. Up against Jonah McKindu. And it's one back to the blue line by the Beavers as the puck rolled around behind the net. Another chance, McKindu threw it out front. And the chance for him just went over the net. Now Bednar plays around his end. As the puck to Smith, now to Rive. Rive got it down the ice. Dubroy played it. So no icing as Bednar comes out of his net to play it. Boys couldn't quite get his man. And now the puck goes cross ice for the Beavers in the Voodoos zone. Been all Beavers here for the last few moments. And now Rive leads a 2-on-1 down the ice. Rive walks in with Boys. Rive with the shot. And Bednar makes the save. No rebound coming from the goaltender there of Bronx Bodner.
And that was a good play by Rive to get the puck out of his end and to carry it down for that 2-on-1 and to make a chance. He put it right up in the body. He almost had him handcuffed a little bit. But I'm sure, get back, the coach might be saying, let's try putting it lower on the blocker side and see if we can get some rebounds off those plays.
Yeah, he had Anthony Boyes coming down with him. Rive with another chance. Bodner with the save. Now Boyes gets it in deep for Schunborn. Schunborn with the puck. Sends it back around. Boyes gets to it. Boyes back to Rive. Rive with the shot. Schunborn tried to chip it on net, but instead it's back down the ice to Callaway picking it up now. Callaway gets it down the ice, but the Beavers pick it back up in the neutral zone before Boyes picks it up. Gets it near side to Deniz. Deniz with the shot, and that one whistled wide of Bodner's net. Now Schoenborn with a nifty little play there, but no one was there to pick it up, and Blind River going the other way now. Blind River. That was Kahn. Got it to the near side. Now back behind the net again. Kahn with it. Back to the blue line. Takes a shot. Gordon just nearly averted danger on that one as it just got to the side of his net. 4:10 left in this first period. 1-0 Beavers lead. Now the puck comes back out for the Beavers. That was LaFawn who got it in deep for McKillop. McKillop to the far side for Coleman. Coleman out for Boys. Boys gains the red line as he's been out there for a while and just dumps the puck in. And the Voodoos will make a quick change. Blind River with the puck behind their net now. Looking down the ice. That pass couldn't quite connect as now McCoy got it back down the ice for Pelche, but Pelche had to bobble the puck and get it back down on the ice. And now he's battling with LaFawn. Now Pelche battling for possession. Couldn't quite get a hold on it. And now Kruderink gets to it. Walking back over is Duke Shire with a chance. He fanned on his shot. And now the puck is loose and given away to Cowell. Caden Cowell down the ice, gets around his man. Puck is played by Bodner around behind his net. Now all the way down to Voodoos territory. The puck, I thought it might have hit Rotundo, but they say no, so it will go for icing here. With 3:03 left, the Voodoos will start in the offensive zone.
We've seen a bunch of times so far this game where Powassan's had made nifty plays in behind the Blind River net or in their zone to make a pass out front to nobody. And that's really where I think if Powassan can find guys in their zone to get those chances, they might be looking at a different story this season.
To Callaway with the puck in his own zone as the puck was chipped down the ice by Blind River. And now Blind River picks it back up in the neutral zone. That's King with it. Owen King down the ice, but he lost it. Now Gunner picks it up. Gets it to Rotundo. Rotundo just had it roll off his stick. And now the Beavers going the other way. King walking in. King back to the point for Sade. Cross ice. Another chance here. Just chipped wide of the net. Now it's back out front. And back behind the net. There's Duke Shire with it. Back to the point. Thrown towards the net. Lux picks it up. And back to the point again. Sade on the near side. Walks in, stops up at the half point. Now he walks in. Looks for his man, that's King. Couldn't quite line anything up. And Rotundo once again still battling for it. King comes away, gets a shot, and that one's just tipped wide of the net by Lux. Oh, the Beavers coming within an inch of a 2-0 score. Now Jack Nolan down the ice. Didn't like what he saw, so he dumps it in and goes for a change. Puck quickly back down the ice. Rive with a nifty little play to pick that one up and pick it off from his man. And then he gives the puck right back on the other side. Now a little bit of a 2-on-1 here for the Beavers if they try. And that'll be a stoppage here. I think Rive's probably going to go for, is that what they're calling a penalty or was it offside? I missed it.
I didn't see.
Looks like it's offside.
It looked like Rive made a nice little stick play there. I didn't see anything that I thought would be.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say too, but it is an offside call, so we're good here on the Frontline Game Day broadcast.
Oh, yeah.
Puck rolled back around. Gordon comes out with it. Plays it up for Coleman. Now Dawson with it. Dawson, another prospect of the North Bay Battalion, got it to Cal. Cal with a chance, kicked aside by Bodner. And Dawson tried to keep it in deep again. Caleb Dawson battling on the far side, takes his man down, but the Beavers have possession. Once again, Lux with the puck into the zone. Got it out front, was looking for Gibson. They couldn't quite line it up with his man. Now the puck to the far side for Dawson. Dawson gains the red line, dumps it back in. Less than a minute left with 40 seconds on the clock to be precise. It's 1-0 Blind River leads here in this first frame. Russo with the puck. He has some space to skate. Elects to do so. Russo through the neutral zone. Flips it over for Cowell. Cowell dumps it in. Pelche on the near side. Pelche back for Russo. Russo looks for his options. Didn't like what he saw, so he held on to it, got it back to the point. McCoy threw it towards the net. That one was blocked in front by McKindu. Now McKindu goes for a bit of a skate, getting around Pelche. McCoy on the far side. And the puck comes loose, goes right across the ice, and McKillop picks it up in his own zone. And that'll do it for our opening frame here. 1-0 Blind River leads after 20 minutes of play. Before we go to a quick break, Ben, what did you like about that period? What didn't you like?
there was a lot of actions at both ends. Both the goalies looked pretty solid in their nets. I saw a lot of good forechecking, good puck movement, even if it didn't necessarily connect on both ends there. But yeah, I mean, it was a good example of the hockey that we expect to see at this level.
Just getting started on the other rink. It's the Sioux Thunderbirds and Timmins Rock. Should be a good game on that side, being called by Thomas Mercier. And with that, we'll be back with more Powassan Voodoos hockey after this intermission.
Why is Northern Honda servicing more cars of all makes and models? Let's count the ways. 1. Our state-of-the-art facility has award-winning technicians. 2. Northern Honda has the lowest tire price guarantee, no matter what you drive. 3. The lowest synthetic oil change guarantee, and every 5th oil change is free for all makes and models. Plus, new Honda buyers get brake pads for life. See the service difference at Northern Honda, 1250 Seymour beside Home Depot.
The Goalie Resiliency Podcast, hosted by Chris Dawson and Dr. Rob Graham. With player interviews new and old, goalie insights, and everything you need to know about being a netminder, this is the podcast to check out. You can subscribe at youtube.com/goalie-resiliency or instagram.com/goalie_resiliency. Welcome to the Clubhouse by Gateway Golf. Located on Oak Street East in North Bay, with over 200 plus real-time courses, simulator arcade games, and delicious eats, the Clubhouse is North Bay's newest social hangout. You can book times now at gatewaygolf.ca or come visit at 245 Oak Street East in North Bay, Ontario. The Goalie Resiliency Podcast, hosted by Chris Dawson and Dr. Rob Graham. With player interviews new and old, goalie insights, and everything you need to know about being a netminder, this is the podcast to check out. You can subscribe at youtube.com/goalie-resiliency or instagram.com/goalie_resiliency.
And we welcome you back inside the Jerry McCrory Countryside Arena for period number 2 of the Blind River Beavers versus the Powassan Voodoos. I'm Courtney Kenny, pleased to be joined by Ben Long, and of course Mike Brown, our camera operator, who usually celebrates his birthday during the NOJHL Showcase, but isn't. But anyways, we'll still wish him a happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Mike.
And of course, happy birthday to Powassan Voodoos head coach Peter Goulet, who I'm sure the only thing on his mind that he wants for a birthday present right now is a big dub here today against the Blind River Beavers.
Yeah, an extra 2 points I'm sure would put the biggest smile on his face of any present that could be given to him today.
Best beard in the league by far. One of the best podcast guests that we've ever had too, I will have to say. Anyways, we're set to go. It's 1-0 Blind River after 20 minutes of play, and the two teams are set to go. Blind River and their road whites are going left to right this period, and the Voodoos in their home greens are going right to left. And right off the face-off, McIsaac and Cowell are getting into a few spirited little jabs right now, but we're underway anyways. As the puck is won back into Voodoos territory, Jackson Smith with the puck. Gets it down the ice. Cowell got a piece of it, so it rolls in to Blind River territory for McIsaac. McIsaac taken in hard by Cowell. As those two, or sorry, it was McQueen Cowell that got into it. Now the puck from the point sent in by Rotundo. Didn't quite get to the net. Now Smith with a chance. And that one's blocked before Bodner got to that one as well. Pelche in the corner, battling for possession now. Blind River comes away with it. Puck down the ice, so Smith gets a hold of it, sends it right back into Beavers territory. And now Cowell picks it up at the blue line. Cowell over for Russo. Russo back up front for Cowell, and he misses the net. As Caden Cowell nearly tied the game there on a nifty little play with him and Justin Russo. Russo tried to make a nice little pass cross ice. He had his feet taken out from underneath him by none other than himself, and he fell to the ice. Now the puck back out to the point by Smith. Cross ice for Rotundo. Rotundo flipped it over for his man Nolan, and Nolan sends it back to Rotundo at the point, who sends it towards the net as there was a bit of a mix-up with Russo and a change happening. And now the Voodoos will have to regroup as the puck is down to their own zone by the Beavers, who send it in. Gordon wanted to go play it, but the puck hopped around by his stick. And the puck goes cross ice now for Rotundo behind his net. Mason Rotundo, just 17 years old, but now a vet here in the NOJHL after playing a 16-year-old season last year with Powassan. Talk about the experience that he would have gotten being one of the final teams here in the NOJHL, making it all the way to the finals, being 3 wins away from a championship. And now the puck in behind Jackson Smith, the captain from Alberta. Puck comes back out. Gordon makes the save. Another chance here. King walks around. Still battling on the near side wall. Blind River with possession. And it comes out for Powassan, kick down the ice. Jackson Smith has been on the ice for over 2 minutes now to start this frame. He finally gets off. A rare Calgarian who cheers for the Edmonton Oilers. Strange little tidbit for you. King, as Dawson got his stick whacked out of his hand, so that'll be the first power play of this game, as Allen's going to go for the 2 minutes for slashing. And now the Voodoos will have a chance on the power play here.
We're going to see what their power play can do. It's been a bit streaky so far this season. Hopefully they can pull a little power out on their power play.
It would be ideal for the Powassan Voodoos. If we're looking at power plays in this one, the Voodoos haven't had a great power play as they're 17.4. That's for 11th out of 12. And on the penalty kill, Blind River's done really well, 81.8% to this point in the season. Of course, we're very early in the season. Now Russo tried to get a hold of the puck. Now DuBrois gets to it in the near side corner. Stuck up against the boards, gets it to Russo. Russo back to the point for Dawson. Dawson takes the shot. That one's just tipped just wide of the net. Now the puck back to the point. Takes a bit of a weird bounce off the boards. And it comes to the near side for Rotundo. Rotundo to Pelche. Pelche walks in, gets it to DuBrois. DuBrois on the near side, threw it around the end wall over for Dawson. Dawson back in deep now. Lost it as Russo couldn't quite get the handle on that. And the puck's down the ice for Gordon to play. Gordon leaves it for Rotundo. Rotundo has his man all over him. Good battle there for Blind River. As that was Kahn that had the chance. Now near side for Nolan. Nolan to Pelche. Pelche goes cross ice, looking for Misa. Misa sends it in deep, and Blind River gets to it, sends it right back around. And it goes back for Gordon to play. Pelche picking it up from his netminder. Goes back around, going for a skate now. Pelche walking in, one-man wrecking crew. Pelche to the net. And that one's stopped by Bodner as he knocked the goaltender over on his way towards the net. What a power move by Nathan Pelche.
That really was a great skate all the way down the ice. Picked it up behind his own net. Right in contact with both goalies on the play. And went right to the Blind River goal, but was stopped just short of getting it across the line.
38 seconds remain on this power play. Misa looking to get the draw, but it's won by Blind River, who then just send the puck down the ice for a good chance here for Dukeshire. Dukeshire carrying it into Voodoo's territory. Just opted to send it behind the net. Now Gordon plays it for Nolan. Nolan with the puck for Misa. Misa walking in on the near side. Misa out front. Cowell, or Gunner rather, was in a good shooting lane, but opted to pass it far side and no one was there. Now the power play about to expire here as the Voodoos have looked good for moments but haven't really gotten much to the front of the net for Bodner. Now the puck back the other way. Gibson in a foot race is a 2-on-1. Trying to throw it up front, they do, and that puck is just put wide of Gordon's net as that was Furman with the chance. Now going the other way, McCoy, or rather Cowell. Cowell walks in. Stopped up though, McKindu got to it. And the puck on the near side half wall. Cowell picks it back up in the corner. Cowell for Gunner. Gunner tried to send it back to the point, but it was picked off by the Beavers. And still battling for possession. Hill got to it before Schoenborn came in and knocked his man down. Now Hill picks it up and goes the other way. Hill into Voodoo's territory now. Walks around his man, turns around, got it back to the point, but not very much further. Furman with the puck. Battling for it. Schoenborn got to it. And he sends it cross ice. And sent in for Gordon. Gordon. Back for DeCallaway. DeCallaway up for Coleman on the near side. Back to DeCallaway. DeCallaway lost the handle on it though on his pass and it's picked up by the Beavers. That should go for icing though, as Ellard was well behind the red line before he kind of just played it down the ice.
He dumped it down there and it almost looked like he thought someone was going to be there to receive it. Now, in his defense, though, he made a good attempt to try and breed out the icing, and I think he was maybe only 1 or 2 strides back from beating it out after he saw that he'd made that play.
Speedster from Ottawa.
Family knows where to get some good butter tarts.
That's true, they do. There's some good butter tarts here.
There are, for sure.
And there's some good sandwiches, too.
Good sandwiches. There's a lot of good food here.
Yeah, the NOJHL really knows how to put on a good event.
It's a good vegetable tray, a lot of watermelon.
That's fruit.
I know.
King going the other way, takes a shot. That one rode up and over the net. And now the rebound chance picked up by Coleman as he gets it to Ellard. Ellard Looking for his man Boys down the ice. But Boys couldn't quite get a handle on it. Now Boys throws the puck out front, but nobody's there for Blind River, or for Powassan, I should say. And the puck going the other way. Dukeshire takes the shot. And he lost it to Coleman. Coleman. Now for Rive. Or rather, Boys sends it in deep. Allen picks it up. Allen, who took a penalty earlier this period. Shots on goal, 14-8 in favor of the Beavers, as another chance for the Voodoos hits the side of the net. Now Dawson picks it up and leaves it for Call. Call takes a sharp angle chance, and that one's blocked by Bodner, who makes the save there. And we'll get another stoppage here. Still 1-0 Blind River through the first almost 7 minutes of this second frame.
Bodner's only faced 9 shots so far tonight, almost halfway through the game, but he's looked really solid, and that was a great example of a bit of a sharp angle shot that he's held his position correctly. It looks like someone from Powassan is leaving.
Gunner.
Gunner's leaving the ice again under what looks like discomfort.
We'll have to keep an eye on him. The Voodoos had a walking infirmary here a couple of years ago in the showcase, losing Alex Little. And they lost, there's always seems to be some injuries that come from this event.
Yeah, they're playing at a hard level out there, and playing 2 games in 2 days, potentially at times that you're not used to playing, it can really throw some gum in the gears.
Yeah, this game's starting at 3:45. The Voodoos play again tomorrow at 6:45. So weird times. And then, of course, the games do start at 11:15 in the morning each day. Battling for it on the near side wall. Boys tried to get a handle on it and get it in deep, but he gets it over for Nolan. Nolan, cross ice, got it to McKillop. McKillop had it roll off his stick, and then he throws the puck cross ice. And Boys was there for the tap in, but it was just out of his reach. Now Boys got it back to the point. Rive pinching. Now it's a 2-on-1 the other way, developing for Blind River. Good chance there over Gordon's net. As Blind River had a gorgeous chance there, and now the puck down the ice. That will go for icing, but Boys will beat it out. Bodner out to play it. Bodner fanned on the pass, and now Rive in there. Gets it out front. Over cross ice, Anthony Boys! And the Voodoos are in flight as Anthony Boys got the puck past Bodner. It's a tied hockey game as Anthony Boys gets his first in the NOJHL.
And it looked like a few of the Beavers were trying to argue that it didn't cross the line, but from this spot I could see through a few flailing limbs of different players that the puck did in fact hit on the white ice behind the blue paint before it was scooped out of the net by the goalie.
Anthony Boys right on the doorstep. Nice little passing play as that was tic-tac-toe right to the back of the net for Anthony Boys. And once again, the Voodoos are in flight as the game is knotted up at 1 apiece here between the two teams. Battling on the far side wall now in Beavers territory. The Voodoos get it back in deep. Pelche to the corner, gets it behind the net now. Pelche on the near side corner. Plays the puck back to Smith. Smith sends it in deep. And Hayden Cowell had a chance there, but he couldn't quite corral it. Now on the far side again, that's Pelche. Pelche all over the ice on this shift. Got it for Cowell. Russo sends it in deep. And now he couldn't quite get a shot away as Gibson picks it up and he goes the other way. Gibson through the neutral zone. Look cross ice, tried to get it hit to his man. And that was a good defensive play there to knock him off the puck. Now Rotundo with the puck again. Into the neutral zone, Mason Rotundo with a head of speed. Walking in offensively. Mason Rotundo, sharp angle chance. And that one's covered up by Bodner. As we'll get a stoppage here with 10:55 left in the second period. 1-1 as Anthony Boys just tied the game up moments ago.
That was his first goal in the NOJHL in quite a time to do it. Tie up a game in front of scouts and team representatives from higher levels all over the place. As we line up, we have Schoenberg in for the Voodoos.
Schunborn trying to win the draw. It comes out, he takes a shot, didn't quite get all of that. Now Deniz with it. Deniz behind the net to Schunborn. Schunborn with the chance. And that one, he's celebrating. It's in the net! Schunborn reacting. The referee hasn't signaled a goal.
It looks like the ref is saying no goal. The play had stopped before they crossed the line.
It'd be tight, but they're going to review it here. I don't see how it couldn't be behind the goaltender off the play where it was in his pads, but the referees were right on top of it, of course.
Well, it's not when the whistle blows, it's when the whistle was intended to be blown, right?
Which is, that to me just always blows me away.
Right?
I intended it to be blown here. Okay. But anyways, I digress. There was a bit of a strange goal. No goal. They're waving it off. Jeremy Shunborn will have to wait a little bit longer for his first official NOJHL goal. But there was a goal waved off in the Sioux Eagles game earlier today on the other rink that kind of befuddled Thomas Mercier and I. And I would like to get an explanation on that one too. But Coleman stops at the blue line. Another chance here. Dinez with a nifty chance. And his pass through didn't make it all the way as it hit a body. Now Shunborn taken to the ice. Blind River, McIsaac got the puck down the ice. And it's back into Voodoos territory. Ellard with it. Near side to Coleman. Coleman to Shunborn. Back to Coleman. Goes for a skate. He's knocked down. Gets it up for Shunborn. Shunborn takes the shot. That one's kicked aside by Bodner, and it's right out of play, so we'll get a stoppage here. Just shy of the midway point of this game. 10:06 left in the second period.
That's what we were talking about earlier. I really would love like a direct connection to the referees to get a little clarified so we could broadcast out why they're calling what they're calling.
Yeah.
That would be a neat in-game feature to have.
That's
not sure how it would be possible.
That's
or,
why. That's
or
why
if they would even want to do that, but it would be really cool, I think.
That's what I like about the NHL now, that they do that with the referees as the puck comes back out front. I'll finish that thought in a moment as Dawson tried the backhand chance. That one just went wide. Back to McCoy. McCoy sends it in deep. And Dubroy to chase it after Taylor. Battling for it again. Puck goes to the far side. Taylor with the puck. And that one goes down the ice for the Beavers. 9:40 left in the second period. Dawson got a hold of it. Sends it down the ice. King battling for it. Call was all over him. And Dawson keeps it in the blue line. Dawson sent it back to Dubroy. He would have had Call wide open there for a bit of a 2-on-1. We'll have to finish our referee talk here on the other side of this mid-period break. And we'll be back with more Powassan Voodoos hockey on the other side of this.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Average Joe's Eatery. Average Joe's, where we want your experience here to be a happy one. 3501 Trout Lake Road.
And we welcome you back to the Jerry McCrory Countryside Arena here in Sudbury, Ontario for day one of NOJHL Showcase action. The Powassan Voodoos are taking on the Blind River Beavers. It's tied at 1 apiece as Anthony Boyes just tied things up. But talking about referees, that's what I like about NHL refs kind of adopting that, where they announce what it is in the arena. But the other thing, I mean, the NFL's been doing it for years, but I like the fact that whenever they're explaining a penalty, they have to turn the microphone on and say it. And usually it's something along the lines of, we don't know what we're doing, but Patrick Mahomes has to win every game, so we'll give it to him, I guess.
That sounds like what I hear from NFL fans.
Hey, every NFL fan that's not a Chiefs fan will sit here and say the referees are giving the games to the Chiefs. As we say, Tyson Wilcox now in the net for the Powassan Voodoos as him and Gordon switch. Gordon looked really solid through his just over 20 or 31 minutes of play. Tyson Wilcox comes in. He's 1-2 on the season with a 3.00 goals against average and a .900 save percentage. And now he's been tasked to keep things going the rest of the way, as was the plan that I was told earlier today, that those two goalies will be sharing the duty here today, and we'll probably see Austin Seibel tomorrow in net against the Greater Sudbury Cubs as the puck comes out to the blue line as we're back underway. And now Blind River back to the attack. Blind River walking in. Wilcox just shuttles that one aside with a stick. Now it's back into the behind the net. Smith sends the puck down the ice. That will roll away. It won't go for icing though as Bodner plays it, but it's Misa kept it in briefly. That would have been a good chance there, but Dukeshire gets it going the other way. Dukeshire to King. Now far side takes a shot. Wilcox with the save. And the puck back to Hurst at the point. Hurst back to his man. Sharp angle shot as he gets a good glove or blocker on his Wilcox. That was Krugerink with the shot. Now twisting and turning towards the net. Nolan puts it behind his net. And Smith picks it back up. Far side now, Nolan. Nolan goes for a skate, stops up, takes a shot. That one's blocked in front of the net by Hurst. And going the other way is Blind River, some speed. Walking in, takes a shot. That one's off a stick. And out of play here as it hits the meshing. And we'll get another stoppage here with 7:59 left. Ben, as a goaltender, would you rather come in cold like that, or how tough would that be?
Oh, I've never played at this level. Let's put this out there. My goaltending level it's much lower than this, but coming in cold is the worst. Like, even in any position, but I'm sure especially with goaltending, coming in cold is just, don't want to do that.
Well, we'll have to see how Wilcox performs. He's looked good through his first couple of chances here as Rotundo gets the puck quickly out of the zone. Now off to the races is Cowell. Cowell with one to beat. Cowell tried to get it out front. Bodner with the chance. Rotundo on the rebound. And the goaltender stands his ground with a big save there as the puck was loose that whole entire time. And now it looks like we're going to get a penalty called against one of the two teams. I'm not sure who, but Cowell and Rotundo, that's a situation where we could see from here, it looks like Cowell's going to go. That's a situation from where we were here, we could see the loose puck the whole entire time. Those players are going to go until the whistle's blown, right? So,
yeah, the puck was not actually covered up until after the whistle was blown. And they're going to keep going, but then they got some tangled up after, and I'm sure the penalty was more for the tangle up
part,
after than the
But that's the thing whenever I see teams like come to the defense of their goalies. Like, yes, come to the defense of your goalie. But if the puck's loose,
listen, like you got to clear the guys out of there as part of the play. But you got to make sure you're not, punching guys in the head to get them out of there.
Well, the Voodoos do have to kill a penalty as Dubroy was nearly off to the races shorthanded on a good pass there. And now Blind River has to regroup. Gibson going the other way. Gibson to the far side there, walks in, gets his man, and it's picked up by Russo and sent back around and cleared out for Powassan. Dubroy has to go make a quick change here. Now Hill on the near side. Sends it back to his man. That's Sadeh. Sadeh walks in on the near side half wall. Stops up. Goes cross ice. Back to Sadeh at the point. Now a good stick there by Dawson. Knocks that one away, and he sends it down the ice on a good defensive effort by Caleb Dawson. Hill with the puck in his own zone. Turns around, didn't like what he saw. Stopped up. And turned around. That's Ryder Hill. Yo's sixth birth year. As the puck comes back out, Powassan doing a great job on the penalty kill here. Now as Pelche tries to battle all the way down the ice, couldn't quite get it to his man. As now the puck rolled towards Bodner's net, but it's picked up by Blind River. 45 seconds left on the power play. Blind River hasn't gotten much offensive zone time. We'll have to see if they can here. As the puck back out for Hill. Hill with the shot. And that one's blocked by McKillop. And out of play. What a big block there by number 18 in green.
And right as you mentioned that they hadn't got a lot of offensive coverage, they really just made the best of it with a really good chance that, fortunately for the Voodoos, was blocked before it could be a dangerous chance.
Dukeshire in for the draw against his mates. Russo out there on the other side, or no, Dubroy rather. McKillop got to it, and Dubroy with his speed right down the ice. You can tell the Voodoos are looking for offense here shorthanded. Every time that they're out, every time he's out there, Dubroy's out there trying to get a chance as he took a big of a hit. Two from Bodner. Allen. Now the other side, Dukeshire got it down the ice. And it's sent back in by his mates. That's McQueen on the far side. Allen now on the near side. Goes back to McQueen. McQueen to Allen. Allen back to King. King with the shot. And Wilcox with the big save there. And the rebound came loose. Now the Voodoos have killed off the power play or the penalty, and now Deniz is in a foot race with his man. It's waved off for icing. No call there as Deniz was tripped up as he got past his man. Now King the other way. Walks in, takes a shot, and is stopped by Schoenborn, who gets it the other way. Now Deniz walking in, finds Ellard. Ellard with a chip towards the net, and that one's turned aside by Bodner. Ellard battling to keep the puck in, but it's not as Dukeshire got it down the ice. Now Jackson Smith picks it up. Jackson Smith flipped the puck down the ice, picked up by the Beavers, and now to the near side. Now it's Lafon. Now Smith. Smith walking in. Smith with the backhand chance, stopped by Bodner. Now the King going the other way. Got it down to his man. That was Kruderink battling on the far side. Schunborn with it. Got it back for his man, Coleman. Coleman out of his own zone. Hits the board, sends it down. Bodner plays it behind his net. And it's up for Schunborn. Schunborn with a chance. And that one's put towards the net. Tipped on net as well. And Bodner makes the save. 4:21 left here. Schunborn also mixing it up here late with Kahn.
And
He's sharing some words.
Schunborn is definitely a big body out there for the Voodoos. Stands 6'6" tall, 220 pounds.
And that's without skates.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not even. I don't think I'm even 6 feet with skates. I don't know how much skates add. I'm 5'10", so even if it adds a couple inches, I might be getting to 6 feet.
There you go. You might be lucky.
Yeah.
If you're getting to 6 feet.
You say which skates? Because I don't think my goalie skates add that much, but my player skates might be a couple inches.
Either way, I'm not getting to 6 feet. It's all good. Misa off the draw. Lost it. Sade got to it. Down the ice. The Voodoos now leading shots 18-16. And now Boys on the break or on the giveaway took a shot. And that one just flew wide. Rive. On the near side wall. It's kept in by Nolan, but not for long. As now the other way goes the Beavers, but Rotundo will pick it up in his own zone first. Rotundo with a bouncing puck battling with Kahn. And Nolan got to it, sends it in, rolls around the end boards. Bodner just got a piece of it, enough to disrupt it. And the Beavers send the puck down the other way. Rive with it now in his own zone. Rive. Left it for his man. Nolan picks it up. Nolan down the ice now. Big stretch pass for Pelche with a chance as he was dragged down to the ice. And a big save by Bodner, but Pelche went in hard into the boards with the Beavers player all over him.
And he's pleading a case to the referee that wasn't a clean play, but I'm not sure what penalty would have called it.
Either way, good play by Pelche from Nolan and then a good save by Bodner.
That was an incredible heads-up pass by Nolan, all from deep in the Voodoos end all the way down to the blue line on this Olympic-sized rink that the Voodoos are not used to playing on.
Cowell with the puck now. Far sharp angle chance. Good on the doorstep. The Voodoos score. That's Justin Russo. It's 2-1 Powassan as Russo puts in his second of the year.
Good for him. He's been one of the hardest workers out there making a lot of plays happen. And for him to get to make the play happen in front of the net where it puts it in and take the lead, that's well earned by Justin Russo.
Russo, they named the captains early, or at least two of the captains early. It was Jackson Smith right off the hop, and about a week later it was Justin Russo, and camp hadn't even been opened. So that's what the leadership group or brass of the Voodoos think of Justin Russo. And he's been a great captain on this team as Pelche tried to get it over to his man and couldn't quite get going now as you can feel the momentum rolling in Powassan's favor here. Hill takes a shot. Wilcox saw that one all the way like a back catcher and just gloved it down. He's looking better than any Blue Jay back catcher though as he's still playing right now and the Blue Jays are not.
Yeah. Nice in the glove, exactly how the game's supposed to go, and the Blue Jays didn't have many games go that way.
No, they really did not.
They had
and
a
it
couple
kills me
where that were like just so good games.
Yep.
To be for how bad of a season they had, like it was just ridiculous.
Well, my Mets made the playoffs though, so I'm okay with that. At least I have a team in the playoffs this year. Not my Blue Jays, but my Mets made it. I'm not salty at all. Let's go Bills, baby. Anyways, they're doing a really good job recently too. As the puck coming back out, the Beavers nearly had a good chance there now as Dawson got it to Dubroy. Puck down into Beavers territory. Dubroy coming up for it. Dawson tried to get to it. Now it's Smith who keeps it in. Smith sends it to the far side. Nobody's there except for a bunch of white jerseys, so the Beavers will get out of their zone. Now Jackson Smith picks it up in his own zone, but it's given right back. Dawson picking it up. Dawson Was looking for Call. Call couldn't quite corral that pass. Now the puck back into Voodoos territory as Wilcox played it to his man Smith. Now the near side Rotundo. Rotundo lost the handle on it. And Blind River back to the attack. Coming in, sharp angle. Good block there by Smith as the doorstep was wide open for the Beavers. Dawson the other way now. Dawson looking for Schunborn. Couldn't quite find his man. Now he's in the near side corner. He's pinned up against the boards. Schunborn in there, battling for it. Tries to come away with it. He does. As he just sends it right back around. Dawson wasn't there though, as he's gone off for a change. King, near side, lost it to Coleman. Coleman, far side. Good chance there for Powassan, as that was Nolan who fired the shot. And that puck, they stopped by Bodner. Now another chance. Going the other way. King with the save as the rebound. Wilcox lost that entirely, and it sat in the blue paint, but now Powassan clears it away. Boyce down the ice. Walking in. Boyce takes a sharp angle shot. That one might have hit Bodner's helmet, and it goes out of play.
There have been a few plays, and I'm not sure, as we mentioned earlier, if it has how much it has to do with the stands here, but where the goalies have kind of seemed surprised at the puck coming in at them or not being able to track it completely well. And it's atypical of what we see from goalies at this level.
Yeah, that's what Miles Gordon told us last year on the podcast. And it's a little bit tough to see the puck as it goes up over into the seats here because it's just dark. It's black puck on dark green seats, right? So puck goes cross ice. We're under a minute now. DeCalloway takes a hard hit on the far side. Boy's battling it in the far side corner now. He throws it out front. Good chance there. And that one just goes wide of the net as Misa had a golden opportunity there. Battling for it once again. Misa and Nolan on the near side wall. So battling for possession, but the puck comes out to Callaway, plays it in his own zone. To Callaway. Finds Rive near side. Rive tries to flip it out. Nolan picks it up. Now Nolan sends the puck in deep. McIsaac picks it up though. The Voodoos make a quick change as the puck flipped out of the zone and down the ice. McKillop plays it back up for Pelche. Pelche off the boards for Cowell. Cowell walking in, takes a good shot there, and Bodner with the save as now Powassan outshoots Blind River 22-18 here late in the second. It's 8.2 seconds left on the clock.
For a game that after the first period was looking pretty even, but really not heavily, but mildly favoring the Beavers, it's really turned around the other way. That Powassan really has owned most of the second period.
Scored 2 goals here off the sticks of Anthony Boyes and Justin Russo. Now Pelche with a shot. That one hit a body and just went wide. Now Gibson with one last rush. That'll do it here in this second frame. As the Voodoos come back from down 1-0, tie it up, and go ahead 2-1 after 40 minutes of play. Ben, again, before we go to break here, just your thoughts on that period.
As someone from the municipality of Powassan, I greatly appreciate that period much more than the first period. Powassan really looked a lot sharper in that period, had a lot more control of the pucks. They were making passes, they were making plays. It was much more in favor of Powassan that period. It seems like the Beavers kind of lost a little step in that period. Yeah,
it seemed like they were on their heels a little bit more, and Powassan was on their toes, and that's kind of the period of play that we've been waiting for Powassan all season long so far. That was probably as close to their A game as we've seen them play to this point. And we'll have to see if they're able to execute a little bit more and bring Peter Goulet home 2 points for a birthday present on the other side of this intermission. So we'll be back with more right after this.
Average Joe's Eatery and Patio Bar is North Bay's only year-round lakefront restaurant. On the shores of beautiful Trout Lake, we have been serving delicious food and stunning views since 1999. Indulge in one of our delicious menu items or simply sit with a cocktail in hand and watch the beauty of Trout Lake before your eyes. Check us out online at averagejoes.net or visit us in person at 3501 Trout Lake Road, North Bay.
The Goalie Resiliency Podcast, hosted by Chris Dawson and Dr. Rob Graham. With player interviews new and old, goalie insights, and everything you need to know about being a netminder, this is the podcast to check out. You can subscribe at youtube.com/goalie-resiliency or instagram.com/goalie_resiliency.
Why is Northern Honda servicing more cars of all makes and models? Let's count the ways. 1. Our state-of-the-art facility has award-winning technicians. 2. Northern Honda has the lowest tire price guarantee, no matter what you drive. 3. The lowest synthetic oil change guarantee, and every 5th oil change is free for all makes and models. Plus, new Honda buyers get brake pads for life. See the service difference at Northern Honda, 1250 Seymour beside Home Depot.
The Goalie Resiliency Podcast, hosted by Chris Dawson and Dr. Rob Graham. With player interviews new and old, goalie insights, and everything you need to know about being a netminder, this is the podcast to check out. You can subscribe at youtube.com/goalie-resiliency or instagram.com/goalie_resiliency.
And we welcome you back inside the Jerry McCrory Countryside Arena here in Sudbury, Ontario, the Nickel City. Shorzy was filmed here. Yeah. I'm Courtney Kenny, pleased to be joined by Ben Long as we get set for the third period of this hockey game between the Powassan Voodoos and the Blind River Beavers. After 40 minutes of play, the Voodoos lead 2-1. And they currently in their home greens are going left to right this period, and the Beavers in the road whites are going right to left. As these two teams are set for an exciting finish here. Jackson Smith off the draw, gains the red line, dumps it in. And Bodner plays it around to the near side. Pelche towards the net. It's there in his feet. That was Russo. And he was knocked off the puck. Now Lux going the other way. Lux just dumps the puck in as he takes a big hit from Caden Cowell. And now the puck back to the near side. Lux takes a shot and off the stick of Rotundo that was directed towards the net but well over it. Now coming into the far side corner, that's Russo, gets it up for Cowell. Cowell got it to the point, but not further. As now back in for Blind River. And Jackson Smith battling for it in next to his net. Comes away, gets it to Justin Russo. Russo, who scored the go-ahead goal in that second period, dumps it in, and Blind River picks it back up. McQueen with it on the near side. McQueen goes cross ice, finds his man Kruderlink. And now he's battling with McKillop on the far side in the corner. Misa comes in along with Nolan, and Nolan carries the puck out and goes for a skate. Jack Nolan walking in, gets it to his man, another chance! What a gorgeous opportunity there for Misa to try and get the Voodoos up by 2. Now McKillop over for Nolan, Nolan with a chance off the side of the net as Jack Nolan's looking more and more comfortable in Voodoos green here as the game goes on. It's his first game here in Powassan. Not here in Powassan, but for Powassan. Even though it is a home game, it's not actually, of course, at the Sportsplex, as we're here at the NOJHL Showcase.
Just to make that fact clear.
Yes. The Showcase got really big, Powassan Sportsplex got a lot bigger, Ben.
It did.
Look at that.
It's Olympic size ice.
Bit of a weird logo at center ice, though.
Yeah.
Puck cross ice, Rive got to it. Now it's down the ice, missed Nolan. That will go for icing though. And just over 2 minutes gone in the third period. It's 2-1 Voodoos, but there will be an offensive zone draw here for Blind River.
We haven't seen a whole lot happen this period. We've had a lot of near plays actually on both sides where pucks deflected sort of towards the net, passes almost connecting. We'll see if either team can step up and make this period theirs.
Misa down the ice. Gains the red line, dumps it in. The Voodoos will go for a change as they weren't able to change. Now Bodner with a bit of a wacky play. I kind of missed it as I was watching the Voodoos change. As he had fallen over the puck, it seemed. Now Furman down the ice. Gets to the puck. Has it in his own zone again. Now he goes for a skate through the neutral zone. Furman over the blue line into Voodoos territory. Lost it to Callaway though. And now to Callaway in the near side corner. News for Montreal Canadian fans that we were talking about earlier. Patrick Laine expected to miss 2 to 3 months now with his injury. Hope for a speedy recovery for him. DeCalloway on the far side over to Coleman. Dawson now gets it up. It's a bit of a 2-on-1 developing here for Powassan Dubroy. Out for Cal. Cal couldn't quite corral it as it was off his stick real quick. And it just bounced over. Nice play there by Caden Dubroy to find Cal, and he just couldn't convert. Now McCoy. Or rather Coleman down the ice, flips it in. It's behind the net. Schunborn gets to it on the far side half wall. Skates it around. Looks around and finds McCoy. McCoy had it hop over his stick, as the Voodoos have had that happen a couple of times now in this period. Jackson Smith up the ice for Schunborn. Schunborn walking in. Couldn't quite get it in, and now Blind River sends it down the other way. And that would go for icing, but no, it's a gorgeous scoring chance there for the Beavers as the puck bounced out and the Blind River player had beat it all the way down. And now in all alone. Good chance turned aside by Bodner. Noah Zellard. Kahn had the other chance the other way. Both teams trading chances here in this third period as we're just over 4 minutes in. 2-1 Voodoos lead. Now battling for it on the near side. Cherik took a shot. It's turned aside. Another chance thrown towards the net. That one just missed. Now the Voodoos pick it up. Deniz with it. Deniz gains the red line. Dumps it in. Chases after it. Through a hit. And keeps on going. Now on the near side. That's Taylor. Got it to Kahn down the ice. That won't go for icing. As in his own zone, Rive picks it up. Sam Rive, who has not looked out of place in this league so far, gave it up. Now it's a 2-on-0 for Blind River. Kahn taken down. No call coming there on a great defensive effort by Russo. Cowell. Near side to Pelche. Pelche couldn't quite get the pass though, as now it does come in and Pelche walks in. Had to turn around as he just lost the handle on it. Goes, throws it in for Cowell. Taylor gets to it first. Now down the ice. Lux got to it. Flipped back for DeCalloway. And DeCalloway flips it back in for Cowell to chase after. But Allen gets to it first. Allen in his near side zone. Stripped of the puck by Pelche. Cross ice. Was looking for Cowell. And that just missed the big forward. Caden Cowell, 6'3", 2006 birth year. Leading the Voodoos in points leading today. Now Pelche tried to get off to the races there, but the puck was knocked away from him. Gibson now threw it to the middle of the ice. Lux again. It's flipped back out by Powassan. Gibson gets to it again. Nolan throws his weight around. Got it to DeCalloway. Far side for Coleman. Now Misa with it. Misa flips it off the glass and down the ice. Blind River picks it back up. In the neutral zone, Gibson tried to get across ice, couldn't quite reach, and now it's back into Voodoos territory behind the net. 13:40 left in this third period, 2-1 Voodoos lead. And it's flipped back out by Boys. DeCalloway flipping it down the ice. He would have had Boys sprung, but he couldn't quite get it past the Beaver defender. Now Coleman in his own zone again. Down the ice looking for Boys. Boys got a piece of it, so no icing. No, they are going to call icing. I thought Boys got a piece of it, but the linesman said he didn't, so we'll get an offensive zone draw now for Blind River.
Yeah, that was what I thought for sure. Boys got a piece of that as well. And just before that icing call was made, Lux, the giant from Blind River, was slowly going off the ice. It looks like he's getting some attention from the trainer on the bench there. I'm not exactly sure what happened, but he got up just inside the Voodoos blue line and made his way slowly to the bench. So we'll keep an eye out on him too.
Yeah, we talk about Schunborn being 6'6". Lux is 6'5". Both got quite a bit of size on us, that's for sure.
That is for sure.
Sadeh dumps the puck back into Voodoos territory. Nolan comes around with it. Leaves it for McKillop. McKillop gets it back to Nolan. Nolan stripped of the puck though on the far side. Blind River picks it back up as that's King out to the center of the ice. Good chance there, but it's whiffed on. And now the Voodoos with a chance here. Another 2-on-1 developing here with Cal. Cal cross ice for Dubroy. Dubroy out front for Cal. And he couldn't quite put the puck home. Now another chance as he throws it blindly towards the net. And it just missed wide. Now McKillop flips it back in. Picked back up by Blind River though. And once again back the other way. That's Kruderink. Tried to get to it. McKillop now sends it down the ice. But it's picked up by Allen. So no icing there. Allen was looking for Kruderink, but it just missed him. Now it's given away out front. Wilcox with the big save. Gorgeous opportunity there for the Beavers to try and tie this one up. But Wilcox got the pad on it. Now Cal going the other way. Cal into Beavers territory. Walks around. Takes a sharp angle chance. Bodner got to it. Dumped it back out. Schonenborn was right there. And now Smith throws it back in. Schonenborn on it as well. Schonenborn had another chance as he threw it towards the net, but Bodner made the save. Now the other way goes Blind River. Up the ice, looking for his man, Furman. But a good block there by Rotundo stopped that. Blind River again with possession. That was Hill. Sends it back to his man. Now near side, Allen. Dumps it in, it rims around the end wall. Now McIsaac gets to it. McKindu, I should say. Hill comes away with it again. Sends it back in deep. LaFawn with it to McKindu. McKindu battling with Smith. It comes out for LaFawn. LaFawn goes cross ice. Big shot there. Rebound in the blue paint. Cleared away by Powassan. LaFawn battling there as Wilcox has been getting more and more busy as his time in net has gone on. LaFawn sends it back in. McKindu sends it right around the net. Now Smith in a foot race. He gets to it first though. Looks for Schonborn. Got to him. And now the big number 19 sends the puck down the ice, and the Voodoos will go for a quick change as they've been hemmed in their zone for a little while. LaFawn with some speed through the neutral zone. LaFawn on the near side. Sends it out front. Blind River there with a chance. Good block by Rotundo as that one hobbles him. Hopefully he's okay. He grabs his hand and leaves his glove, and off he goes. Puck back down to Beavers territory. Coleman now in his own zone though as the puck was sent back, and it's up the ice for Pelche. Pelche sends it in deep. Cowell picks it up. Cowell threw it out front. No one was there. Coleman chasing it back down the ice as that almost hits Rotundo's glove that's been left on the ice. Russo, far side now, finds it to DeCalloway. DeCalloway, near side to Coleman. Coleman gains the red line and dumps it in. Under 10 minutes gone or left here in this frame. Now far side, Coleman took the shot, or rather Coleman got to it now, and that one was turned aside. Pelche had the shot on that and he just missed the net. Misa coming in, but it's picked up by Blind River in their own zone. Glove still laying on the ice for Rotundo as he gets attention on the bench. Going the other way now, Blind River walks in. Leaving it in the corner, the Beavers. Coleman picks it up. Coleman to McKillop. Back to Coleman. Coleman down the ice quickly for Nolan, and Nolan walks in. Nolan, sharp angle, turned aside by Bodner. Now the other way go the Beavers. Far side, stopping up. It's McLaughlin. Sends it around the end wall. On the near side. Back to the point for Sadeh. He couldn't hold the line though as the Beavers will have to regroup. And the referees finally got the bit of acrobats going on there for the linesman as he went to go get the glove and had to jump over the puck all in the same few seconds there as he gets it back to Rotundo now.
That was quite the skate by the linesman out there to get that glove.
It was kind of impressive. Player of the game maybe right there. 7:57 left here in this third period. 2-1 Voodoos lead. McQueen sends it far side, and that's going to go for offside. And then we get a couple of extra words after the whistle, but that will bring us to our mid-period break here on the front line, and we'll be back with more quickly on the other side of this.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Average Joe's Eatery. Average Joe's, where we want your experience here to be a happy one. 3501 Trout Lake Road.
Looks to be 2-1 for the Timmins Rock on the other rink behind us against the Sioux Thunderbirds. As, of course, at the Sportsplex these 2 days, it's nonstop hockey.
Not the Sportsplex.
The Jerry McCrory Countryside Arena, that is not the Powassan Sportsplex, as we have nonstop hockey on both sides. Thanks, Ben. I'll let you finish this broadcast. I'm just going to stand here in silence. Again, look at the renovations to the Powassan Sportsplex.
They did real good in this tight space here. They took out the curling rink on one side and put in an Olympic-sized rink, and they built out the other rink to be a full regulation size.
It's kind of wild,
put some stands in and lifted the roof up a whole bit, and it's quite the renovation they've done.
There's Lux too down underneath us right now at rink level. We'll have to see if he's coming back out. He came out pretty quick from the dressing room as he's right there. But we're ready to go. And the fact that they did this all since Saturday is really remarkable, too,
right?
for the Powassan Sportsplex.
I was in there. They hadn't even started construction. There was no one on site.
Yeah, they had to finish the Voodoos game first.
Yeah.
Puck down the ice. 7.5 minutes left here. Rotundo back out on the ice. Good to see him. We haven't seen Gunner those period after he went off in the second. Now Call gets to it. Down the ice with some speed. He overskated the puck as it was knocked off his stick. Now Kahn going in the other way. Kahn with the shot. Wilcox looked like it handcuffed him a little bit, but he made the stop, and then the rebound came right to him as it bounced off a few bodies, and he'll just cover that one up.
Yeah, those ones where they catch up high in the shoulders there are hard to track your rebound on, but he had a good sight on it, and as it came back to him, he was able to drop his glove on it and hold it for the whistle.
Tyson Wilcox has looked very good. And now we're getting a birthday announcement here for Peter Goulet. Happy birthday, Coach. Again, I'm sure the one thing that he wants the most is 2 points.
Yeah, if they can keep this lead, I'm sure that'll be a great present for him.
Puck out front. And it's a good play there by the Voodoos to negate that chance. Now Cowell wasn't really ready for the pass back by Pelche. And the puck going the other way back for Blind River. Blind River now with some speed, get it back to the point, get it to Lafon. Lafon with a shot, big block there by Pelche as he got his body in front of it. He looks to be a little hobbled as well now, but he picks up the puck and moves on. Now puck down the ice. Cowell will be the first one to it, so no icing. As Caden Cowell picks it up behind the Beavers net. He's the only one down there though, as the Voodoos are going for a quick change. And Blind River goes the other way. Shot. King looking for the far side, couldn't quite find it. Now Schunborn going the other way, but he had to stop up as Cowell was still well deep in Blind River territory. Tied up with his man, or else they would have had another 2-on-1 with Deniz. Now the other way again. Blind River throws it in. 6 minutes remaining on the game clock. 2-1 Voodoos lead over the Beavers. McKillop with it behind his net. Killing some time as he lets his mates get ready. McKillop over for McCoy. McCoy has 3 goals on the season already. Now it's a 2-on-1 the other way for the Blind River Beavers. As they walk in, take the shot, miss the net entirely. Now it's back to Sade at the line. Good stick there by Ellard, disrupted that, but the puck still stayed in Voodoos territory. Now the puck out towards the front of the net. Good stick by Wilcox to knock that one away. And Gibson battling for it on the far side, now in behind the net. Coming away with it though, McKillop. McKillop just elects to just flip it down the ice, and he'll go for a quick change, or rather his forward group will. And back down into Voodoos territory. McKillop will have to chase it as he'll just get there for the icing call. And now he'll get to change, while the Beavers won't.
That was quite the play by McCoy there. He was stuck for a good chunk of time without a stick in his own end, and as a defenseman, that's never a comfortable situation.
No,
but
not a good time.
Managed to use his body and covered his position, and the Voodoos made it out without any harm.
Some would say 0 out of 10. Would not recommend it. The puck comes from the point from Jackson Smith. It's gloved down by Bodner. And we'll get another offensive zone draw for Powassan.
And Bogner has, both goalies actually have looked really, all three goalies that have played in today's game have looked relatively sharp and have been, been mostly there for the task at hand.
Boys on the near side off the draw. Weird bounce as it bounced away from Misa and went to the front of the net, but didn't quite get there for Bodner. Now the other way, that's Furman. Sends it in. Smith gets to it, gets it for Nolan. Nolan up for Boys. Boys back to Nolan. Nolan walks in, tries to walk around a couple of Beavers, and he does, but then Taylor got to it. Now it's back out front for Nolan. Out front. Oh! Big save there by Bodner as the puck got away from him. On a good chance by Jack Nolan to try and put this one up by 2. And Bodner made a big save. Now Lux is back out on the ice as well. Levi Lux skating back across the ice. It's all 6'5" of them.
And that was a very remarkable in that it was surprising turnover that Powassan got there right in the end where he got a nice shot off. Bodner made the save. Puck fell behind him and he was able to fall on it before the rebound was captured by the Voodoos to tuck in the net.
Jack Nolan, very impressive so far through his first game as a Voodoo.
I wanted to call him Patrick, but, different Pittsburgh.
I almost called him Owen Nolan. There's that. Leafs legend Owen Nolan. He never played for another team. Not San Jose or Quebec or anything.
No. No career outside of his time in Toronto.
Yeah, no career outside of his year and a half in wearing the Maple Leaf. I still remember that trade. Alan McCauley and Brad Boyes. Owen Nolan. That's when I just became a hockey fan. That's why I remember it.
Oh, yeah.
Useless information of the day. Actually, I think it was the draft. No, it was Brad Boyes. I was going to say it was a draft pick. Anyways, useless information. We're back underway here. 2-1. Voodoo's lead. Puck sent back in by Blind River. Coleman battling for it behind his net. It's taken by the Beavers, though, as they try to get away with it in the corner. Russo in there as well. Now it's out front. And a bit of a knuckle puck is gloved out of the air by Wilcox, as that was a gorgeous opportunity there for the Beavers. But they didn't quite get all of that, as that was Wyatt Gibson in the slot. And he just fanned ever so slightly on it.
Yeah, that's one of those weird ones that the puck comes off the stick and just kind of like flutters up a little and around. And you never really know how it's going to go. And if it hits the ice, it's going to bounce in a weird way. But he was able to grab his glove on it before it had any chance to do any damage.
LaFawn left it for Kruderink. Now battling for it again on the near side wall. Powassan and Blind River. Puck comes back to Wilcox's net, and they send it right around to the point. It's kept in by the Beavers. And McKillop gets to it. He bats it around. Pelche sends it down the ice, and Cowell in a foot race with Allen. Cowell comes away with it, leaves it for Russo. Back to Cowell. Cowell couldn't get a shot away, though, as that one's knocked away. As we get deeper into this game, we'll have to keep an eye on Bronx Bodner's net to see when and if the Beavers elect to pull him. And now Pelche gets to it. Nifty little play there for him just to go and use the boards to try and keep the puck away from Blind River, as he had no one to pass it to. Now tied up on the near side half wall. Still battling for possession, though. Blind River trying to come away with it, but the Voodoos just elect to kill as much time as possible. And now they get it back to McKillop. McKillop to the center of the ice for Dubroy. It just slips underneath his stick. And Dubroy sends it back to the point for McCoy. Big save there by Bodner. Dubroy still has it in the offensive zone. Didn't like what he saw, so he threw it towards the corner, but it was up and over the net, or over the glass, I should say, and into the netting. So that'll stop the clock here at 2:14.
And that was a weird bounce off of that he picked up and it kind of hit flat on his stick, and as he shot toward the corner, just kind of slingshot up and out.
2:14 left, 2-1 Voodoo's lead. On the strength of Anthony Boyes and Justin Russo goals. Now in for the draw is Dubroy. To Dawson. Dawson with a shot. Bodner with the save right off the draw.
And that puck just found him in the high slot there.
Literally, it just sat there and he just kind of, oh, okay. It did find him.
It was a weird bounce indeed off that face-off.
I think it has been said before, the puck just find Caleb. Another chance off the face-off. Sent down the ice. And it's knocked to the Voodoos benches. Dubroy and his man, Furman, are tangled all up. Still under 2 minutes to go now. And the puck's just still stuck over at the Voodoos bench. Now the Beavers finally come away with it. Taylor with it, sends it back to his man. Now it's back to Taylor. Sends it down the ice. Russo got to it in the near side corner. Bodner still in his net. Kyle with it in his own zone. Got it to the blue line and hopped over Taylor's stick. Now Russo battling for it, but he's boxed out by Taylor. And the puck right back in for Blind River. That's Furman. And is flipped out of danger by Powassan. Now Call gets to it. Call sends it in on Bodner. As that kills some more time. And the puck sent right back down into Voodoos territory. That will go for icing, as no one touched it after the netminder passed it down the ice. So the rare goalie icing on that one.
Yeah, it's about to comment on it. It's not common that you see the goalie icing the puck. And it happened to make it all the way down just because the Voodoos were on a line change and he was trying to catch a quick break there that was not to be. So he gets the face up right in his face again.
1:12 left as the puck comes loose by Powassan. They weren't in a shooting angle though, as Cowell just puts it into the corner. Now the Beavers send it right back in. That's Furman. Goes around the end wall. Coleman picks it up on the far side, and then he lost the stick. And the puck back to the blue line. Kept in though, says the linesman. And it's sent back down to the neutral zone. Less than a minute left. And the Voodoos elect just to dump it in and go for a quick change here as Pelche goes after it. 40 seconds remaining. Delayed penalty here on the clock. And it looks like it's going to be going to the Voodoos for holding. So things might have just got a little bit more dramatic here in the final minute.
And as Pelche was, I think as Pelche was fighting with his man in the corner there, he just kind of got wrapped around him a little bit. Instead of getting the puck, he ended up with the man, and you take the call for that, I'm sure. Timeout now looks like we're calling.
Looks like a timeout. It looks like Bodner's net will be empty moving forward. So it's going to be a 6-on-4 here for the final 42 minutes, or 42 seconds, I should say. And 42.8 to be precise. Shots on goal, Powassan leads 31-26. It's 2-1 Voodoos as well.
You know, there's one side of me that in this last minute, if you're up a goal, I would almost rather have a player down so you can just fire it down the ice.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about icing it if you send it down. It's just totally going for the empty net if you get the puck on your stick. But the Beavers do have 2 extra men.
And even not the empty net, just getting it out, making sure you make it all the way down. Because if you don't have the empty net, you're not firing all the way down. You're trying to get just out past the blue line far enough, but not so far as to get icing. But yeah, the 2-man disadvantage, I think, actually negates that. But, you know, we're going to have that discussion about it anyway.
42.8 seconds left on the clock. And we're about to get going here in the Voodoos zone. Gibson for the draw. Empty net, it's 6-on-4. Puck won back by the Beavers. Off the draw, takes the shot. Wilcox up with the blocker, and the puck behind his net. Now to the near side. Blind River still with possession. 30 seconds on the clock. Sadeh, as they try to set up here, to McQueen far side, takes the shot. Wilcox gloves it down. 24.2 seconds left. It's still 2-1 Powassan.
And that's a big glove save through a lot of traffic that Wilcox just made to keep the Voodoos up in this game. Where that was top of the circle, a lot of time to get that shot off, and men in front, so good for Wilcox for finding it.
Like you said, all 3 goaltenders have been impressive in this game as McKillop got it, but he got it just back to the point. He couldn't quite get it out. 15 seconds on the clock. Another chance here for Blind River. Big block there by McKillop as the puck rolls in on Wilcox. And the goaltender picks up the bouncing puck and covers it up with 12.3 seconds. What a big block by Adam McKillop.
And McKillop looks like he's in some discomfort making his way to the Voodoos bench there. But he's been in discomfort a couple times. He's made a lot of big shot blocks this game.
He's being replaced by Mason Rotundo here. Again, 12.3 seconds on the clock. Back to the point again. Sadeh, near side for McQueen. McQueen took a shot. That one was fanned on. Now near side, Wilcox kicks it aside. And that'll do it. The Voodoos will win here. against the Blind River Beavers. 2-1, Powassan takes it, and the Voodoos are back in flight after being on the schneid and losing a couple of games. A shared win by Miles Gordon and Tyson Wilcox. What a game for the Powassan Voodoos. What a game for the Blind River Beavers.
What a birthday present for Peter Goulet. Powassan have doubled their point totals for the season and getting back towards the way they were looking at the end of last season.
Well, the last time that they were here was a big loss to the Sudbury Cubs in the NOJHL finals, which ended up being the final game of the season. So to come in here and win a game, win your next game, is always impressive. And again, that's got to feel good if you're Powassan picking up the victory, but we'll hear the players of the game here in just a moment. We'll be able to tell you a little bit more, but again, Adam McKillop with a huge block in that final minute. And as they announce the player of the game, and that's going to be Lafone, who's the player of the game, Matisse Lafone for the Blind River Beavers.
And he did have a great game out there, well deserved.
And
tip of the cap to him.
And Justin Russo being named player of the game for the Voodoos, alternate captain for this Powassan team. But before we go, I just want to again highlight Adam McKillop, who when he came here said to me in an interview, I'm not here to score many goals, I'm here to stop goals. And he did just that with that big block at late.
Yeah.
Absolutely huge block.
Yeah, he's been a great find for the Voodoos this season.
Well, Ben, before we wrap things up here on day one of the NOJHL Showcase, your final thoughts on this game here between the Powassan Voodoos and Blind River Beavers?
It was a close game right down to the end. A difference of 3 in the shots on goal, a difference in 1 in the goals. It was a great game. The goalies all played well. The players, there was great chances had, great defensive plays were made. This is the hockey that you want to be showcasing at the Showcase.
Absolutely. Fun hockey game here between the Voodoos and the Blind River Beavers. That'll do it here for us today on day one for the Frontline. We'll be back with 4. Yes, that's right. 4 games tomorrow on Ice Pad 2. You're not going to want to miss all the action as we're going to be pretty busy tomorrow. But that'll do it for here for game 1. I'm Courtney. He's Ben Long. A huge thanks to Mike Brown, our camera operator. It's not his birthday, but happy birthday, Mike. And to our
Happy
crew.
birthday, Mike.
And our crew on the first game, that'll be Harrison Clements and Matt Sukram, who called that one. Always huge to see, always good to see. And also to Cassie Millen, who's getting some great pictures for us down at rink level. So that'll do it for here. As always, keep your eye on the front line.
Welcome to the Clubhouse by Gateway Golf. Located on Oak Street East in North Bay, with over 200 plus real-time courses, simulator arcade games, and delicious eats, the Clubhouse is North Bay's newest social hangout. You can book times now at gatewaygolf.ca or come visit at 245 Oak Street East in North Bay, Ontario. The Goalie Resiliency Podcast, hosted by Chris Dawson and Dr. Rob Graham. With player interviews new and old, goalie insights, and everything you need to know about being a netminder, this is the podcast to check out. You can subscribe at youtube.com/goalie resiliency or instagram.com/goalie_resiliency.